guys. I'm making this again another recap because yesterday for some reason the audio just did not work. But anyways, just getting to the point. I'm gonna be explaining what happened yesterday, what did I expect for today. Even though today is not a tradable day, simply because when we go into the news, today is Wednesday, right? We have insane news like for today. We have at 10 p.m. we have federal funds rate, FOMC economic projection, FOMC statements, and FOMC press conference. So off the charts today, completely off the charts. Because at the same time we're in this war, and it just does not make sense to like even participate today. And tomorrow there's holidays. Well, if my Wi-Fi stops acting like shit and it loads. You know what? You guys can check that shit for yourself. Oh no, here. US bank holidays, yeah. So tomorrow is just no point to trade either. So we're only gonna have left is for this week is to trade on Friday, which is pretty decent, even though Friday is still a bit heavy. But anyways, now getting to the point, what happened yesterday? What am I expecting for today? And honestly, for the rest of the week. So, um, all right. So here's my Sunday. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Let's go into the 50-minute. Now you're gonna say this is a lot of shit. Yep. Anyways, here. So what did happen these days? We open, right? Weekly gap. Here it is. This is first for weekly gap for the week. Then when I activate this, so you'll see like all the sessions. I was saying, and like I think it was the not this video from yesterday, but the one before, which I think it didn't have audio neither because I noticed. And at the end, what I was trying to explain in those two videos is basically this. On Monday, I was trying to look for shorts simply because I wanted to see this lows being taken out because we left a lot of lows and I was expecting to come down to this weekly gap. Now, I was still unsure because the thing is that day we opened like a just rocket, like we just completely did not hesitate to go even a bit down. So why though? Because the war just started, right? The war has started, and at the same time, I think ICT was saying that we will be having like his expectations for Monday exactly. Market will be going just to one side with no retracement, nothing, just complete like exaggeration of just going up. And this is what it did. Even though I was still expecting to go lower, market opened and just completely went up. Now, did I try to take any trades or something? Nope. Simply because I was not interested in longs. That's simply why. So if you have a bias and you have a like you want to take shorts or longs or whatever, but the market is not doing exactly what you have expected, then either it's because your bias is wrong or simply because what's happening around the world is making the market move a bit differently for today. So what you should do simply is just like, okay, if it's not going my way, I'm not interested in longs, I'm not interested in this and this and this, then you simply just hold. If nothing during the AM session comes in, no opportunity, no shorts, nothing, then you simply just stay out. And that's what I simply did on Monday. I stay out, no trading, nothing, just out. So now moving into Tuesday, you can see we accumulated here, then we start going lower, we took out this low, and then we have Asia and London lows equal. Actually, no, London supposedly take them, but still they're a bit equal. And we still have lows, the ones I commented for Monday, that we still have to come down to take. Now, in this moment, right, I'm gonna just, this is the newer session, so you see. I'm just gonna take this so it's a bit more clean. And then you may be asking, what is this? This is a fair rally gap in the daily, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I was basically saying for longs, at least until like we take this highs and then we can short it. But we did not take the previous day high. And the only reason why I took a long yesterday and I wasn't looking for shorts first is simply because, yeah, was it here? 9:30 here. All right. Let's go into the 1 minute Tuesday here, right here. So here, 8:30. Basically, this is 8:30, which is 5:30 p.m. Dubai. Local time would be 5:30 a.m. New York. So what happened that the yesterday was like 8:30. There was news. We had a bunch of red folder news for US, and of course we end up making a wick this low. So now what you should be having in mind, right? When there's news before the opening of the market, you should be marking out the high and the low of those news, simply because they are important because of so much liquidity being injected into the market. So what happened from my POV, right? I was still expecting shorts, but at the same time, I was more into longs first because simply because how market was presenting itself. And then what did I do? It was simple. 9:30 was here, the opening. It's still there's no first for rally gap presented here. And then if you ask me why this doesn't count as a first for rally gap, look, the first candle opens at 9:29 here, which is, for you to make a fair rally gap, you need three candles, consecutive candles. So what happened here? The first candle opens as at 9:29. When you go into regular trading hours, the first candle opens at 9:30. So you don't see the previous candle at 9:29. It says 16:14. So this is why the first rally gap should be after, like being made after 9:30. So since this was not, this candle here was not before, then this does not count as the first rally gap presented. Now, I waited. I see this high is taken out, but what I was expecting is just to see this lows being taken out. We have equal lows before the opening. We did not sweep them, and then we came once back down again, and we swept it. Now, the first rally gap presented was here. Now, where's my entry? I simply took an entry was here, simply because I was saying, okay, we have, where's it? Okay, we have highs here. We have a fair rally gap here. And I was saying, we already swept this lows. I do not expect or see why should we come back down again. So I was like saying, well, we should sweep these highs and maybe just keep going higher. But at the same time, we did sweep all these highs already. This is a bunch of accumulation, and this is the only reason why I wanted to keep going higher was to simply take this highs too, because this is too much accumulation. And so we can tell that there's a lot of liquidity standing here. But anyways, simple trade, short trade. Um, I'm trying to, yesterday was showing in the video the executions, but I swear to God, I don't know why it's not showing now. Like I'm live here, and then, yeah, for some reason it's just not. Because when I go to settings and orders executions, it shows, it should be showing here. I don't know what it says to be honest, but yeah, it just doesn't show it. But anyways, like other thing, right, was the SMT made between ES and NQ. NQ came and swept those lows while ES didn't reach to sweep those lows. So that's another reason why the change to say, okay, we should be going higher. And then I just end up taking a trade here. Took the trade here and I took out like two contracts here. And then the last one was up here. At the end, it still went to my target, which I should have hold. But at the same time, when I saw this like wick, I was like, yeah, nah, nah, fuck no. But we did end up getting that high. So pretty decent, good trade. And yeah, after we take those highs, we end up now going lower for the rest of the day in the PM session. And then, like I said, I was expecting those lows to be taken out, which are here, right there. So what I was expecting from Monday end up happening on Tuesday afternoon, as you can see. We end up taking out all these lows that we had to take, and at the same time we came into the weekly gap, and you can see we did not even reach the 50% of the weekly gap. We even like, bro, like this to this. Imagine, not even the, not even, we barely even touch a quarter of the Ferrari gap. So this is pretty good. Like you can see, it's just complete rejection off of it, and then just again going higher. So now, if today I was trading, I would expect to go higher, take out this highs, and maybe even get to this highs. Now, what to expect lately, right? Because of war and stuff, and you need to understand one more thing. This is my POV. Don't take it as like, this is what's going to happen. It's just simply what I think, right? Because look, when COVID happened, we were, I don't even remember when COVID happened. Give me a sec. How do you add? Wait, let's go to Google because I cannot find this. All right, so let's go to Google. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? When when did COVID happen? When the outbreak of COVID? Let's just say December 2019. Okay, let's just say 2019 then. We go and where is 2019? Shit, this shit was a long time ago. Okay, I think it's here by the way. 2020. Yeah, it was between here. In this moment, right? These candles did not existed, correct? So this was basically in this moment we're in all-time highs. Now, what happened when we're in all-time highs? Just something randomly, a fucking COVID just comes in, and then we just went up, completely down to a discount, and then after that, we just had a burst to go higher after this. And then this is when we start bursting out. And then again, when we're in all-time highs, we have a complete rejection down, and again, we go higher, 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 higher. Now, for example, what happened what's happening right now, we're again in all-time highs. Now, the only problem is we had this long ass wick. Like we came down, and I'm sure this is because of the tariffs, by the way. This was because of tariffs, and then we end up going lower, absolutely lower to take this lows. And yeah, after taking all this lows, boom, just completely again back up. But this is the thing. It's kind of concerning that we should be expecting to go higher since now again we had tariffs, we went lower. Now we're having this war, and if war actually comes in like it's supposed to be coming in, then there's a chance that we actually might even go lower or back to this wick, or at least back to the 50% of this wick. Because one thing, no matter what news say, whatever, the best thing about trading, right, and just looking at the charts is that charts cannot lie. The charts are just there forever. Whatever happens is there in front of you. And you can see it's like when we're in all-time highs, there's always like some type of rejection and then higher rejection, then higher. Because at the end of the day, we need to go into a discount. Like it's the truth. We need to go into a discount so the big boys can make money. If we talk about 3 month statement, like we can see here, we're all-time highs, just complete no correction, and then boom, a complete correction. Now here we only had one fucking candle out of all of this. We had only one candle, and then the rest was high, high. Yeah, let's say constant accumulation a bit. It came, swept them. This is a fair rally gap, and then we just kept going higher, 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 higher. Now since we're in all-time highs again, it's thinking about it. So there's a slightly chance that we might go higher, sweep this highs, and then maybe another rejection to the lower side because I feel like we need more correction. Even though we have done a lot in the past like 2 months, I still think we should be getting more correction, to be honest. But yeah, anyways, just stick to for now. Just I want to see this highs being taken out, which is basically this is the highest, the ultimate highs. So I still expect one day to just really just get to this high. Maybe we will get even today since we have such crazy news, but I don't know. We will have to see. So yeah, I think that will be it. To be honest, like I gave enough information from my POV, and I just expect to go higher today. Like we already came in to the weekly gap, lows have been taken out, so I don't really see why should we be coming like we should be going lower. I expect market just to blast through this, to be honest. And then yeah, actually when news, right, since it's at 10 p.m. After 10 p.m. and I see the news, like I will be making a video of whatever happens because yeah, I'm really intrigued to just see what happened. But yeah, FOMC economic projection, Fed interest rate decision, Fed press conference. So yeah, and just another thing, this is one of those days that you should just avoid simply not trading. Simply just because it's just not recommended. Like you can be part of the accumulation and you can see already how market is moving during Asia and London session. Maybe New York will move a lot even before, but I still not recommend to trade in a day like this simply because there's just too many big news for today. And then we can just end up being part of the accumulation for the news happening today at 10 p.m. So yeah, um, if someone has any questions in the comments or whatever, just let me know and I will try to explain you or something. I was thinking maybe I could start showing my way of entering and my way of trading, but yeah, I wanna I'm kind of thinking just doing like some bias, like teaching some fair value gaps, what to expect, blah blah blah. Because honestly, like the whole point of this videos, right? It's just I'm simply just journaling what I'm doing. Like it's a bit selfish. Like I'm not really trying to teach. Like I am trying to teach, but I'm really just trying to talk to myself and talk to you guys at the same time. So if anyone sees like some good type of information coming out of this, then of course you can take it with no problem because it's all free. And yeah, I think that's it. Like I will start doing some bias videos and like just simple like explanation of what do I do or what how do I enter. Because honestly, lately we've been doing pretty good. I've been doing really good. Maybe I think 2 weeks ago I was doing really bad, like generally bad, and but it's not because of market in my opinion. People have been saying that market's been horrible. In a way, yes, it's been horrible, but at the same time, I don't think market has been that bad. I think it's just mostly psychology. Like I feel like some parts when we trade, we just do things really wrong. And I feel like what I did 2 weeks ago, I was just doing absolutely everything wrong simply because I was not controlling my emotions, I was not controlling what I was thinking, and simply impulsiveness. So I feel like that's what was making me lose. And at the same time, I even remember I took like two trades, and it was like not even at New York time. It was just at like whatever session. You know what I mean? Like there was no session in it. It was just simply like trading out of the blue like this. So each session that passes by, there's like a time where there's no sessions injected, and then this session comes in. So I was technically trading something like this here, where there's no session. So I was completely like ignoring my rules and stuff like this, and this was like making me lose. So yeah, I think um I feel like a lot of things is just about psychology, and it's just being able to control your emotions and at the same time control what you do, your rules, and how you approach the market. If you try to approach the market in a random way or in a fun way, then you're most likely to get fucked generally. Like at the end, I've been trying to understand is like, oh, this is like genuinely like you need to see trading as a job. Like if you're genuinely trying to trade and this is what you're trying to do for the rest of your life, then you need to see this as your job because it's the way that you're making an income. It's the way you're making money. So I kind of just stopped trying to stop to like look at the market as a fun thing and just trying to take it a bit more serious. And when I participate in the market, then of course I'm serious and then I'm taking note or like well Jenny I'm actually not even taking note. This is one of the reasons why I started doing videos because listen, if you want to journal, you need to journal at the end of the day, whatever you do, whatever you trade, however you approach the market, whatever you think. If you want to journal, you either can take a notebook and write down what you feel, or you can do what I'm doing. You can just do videos. And then I could keep these videos for myself, but I mean, it could help someone else, and someone can just take it and see it. So yeah, but yeah, I think that will be it for today, and I'll see you guys later, like at 10 p.m. I'll be talking about the news. So yeah, thank you for watching.